Now, this delightful little whitewashed building is the Church of St Nicholas at Freefolk, which is right next to the River Test in Hampshire in the parish of Laverstock. It's a little chapel of ease built in the 1260s by the local lord of the manor, and seems to have been mostly extra parochial. Now, it is a church with a rather beautiful little interior with some furnishings of interest. So let's go and have a look inside. I always show you really atmospheric buildings, don't I, on my little tours, and this is absolutely no exception. So as we come towards the south door, there's the date 1707 over the door, which presumably is from a restoration. This whitewashed interior. It's lovely to see lime wash on a building. This is how medieval churches would always have been finished. Seeing them naked without their layer of sacrificial whitewash is really a Victorian idea. They would always have been whitewashed with a sacrificial layer of this sort to protect them from the weather. And today they certainly need protecting from the weather. It's raining here in Hampshire. So let's go in. Through the south door. Now the first thing you see as you come in is a 15th century rood screen which has been repositioned at the west end. So the rood screen is 15th century, very, very simple, with panel tracery at the top and a dado, no figurative work here in Hampshire, just interchanging red and green panels, lovely typical late medieval counterchange. It's a rather charming thing, and it includes this family pew to the Dean family. It also includes a Harriet at the moment who's here church calling with me. And let's have a look east. So that was moved in the 18th century to make that pew, and it originally would have been where this beam stretches across the nave from side to side. So there's no division between the nave and the chancel in this church. It's just a very simple one-cell building. So what else do we have here? Well, one of the things that dominates the interior is this large Jacobean monument. To Sir Richard Powlett of Herriard. He was a relative of the Marquesses of Winchester of Old Basing. So here he is. The monument dates probably from about the time of his death. He died in 1614. It's painted freestone, and there he is reclining in typical late Elizabethan, early Jacobean pose. Very difficult to film this because there's railings with rather sharp points on them enclosing it. And up above his figure, so the usual syrupy inscription, and above that is his heraldic achievement. But look at all those quarterings in that, showing all the heiresses who's married into the Powlett family. The classical design, nice Corinthian capitals for the pilasters on either side. And also up above there is a very rare thing these days indeed. There is his helm and spurs, his heraldic funeral achievements that would have been carried in his funeral procession and then have been laid up here above his tomb. So this is Sir Richard Powlett of Herriard. I'm just coming east, a tiny little building where the communion table is. On either side of the communion table are 18th century boards, one with the creed on it, held on a cloth by two naked putti, and on the other side the Our Father, the Lord's Prayer held by two putti. And originally there would have been a larger Decalogue board in the centre between these two, and this still survives too, but it's now on the south wall of the church. And here it is, with Moses and Aaron holding the Ten Commandments. So I'm just going to move to one side here because we're getting a bit of glare from those south windows. And you can see there is Aaron the priest dressed as a bishop. There's Moses holding the tablets of the law. Has he got horns? Not in this case. Oh, I think he might have horns. Does he have horns? No, he doesn't. It's still rather fun, isn't it? With clouds above. In the name of God, Yahweh. The Tetragrammaton. God spake these words and said, I am the Lord thy God. And there's Aaron. It is a fabulous thing. With painted marbling at the base and for the side pillars. And then some more medieval evidence. We have here on the wall St. Christopher, and he, after the Reformation, has been painted out with a large representation of the royal arms. And you can see here the unicorn supporter of the English royal arms, the arms in the centre, now in just a sorry state as St. Christopher himself. And then if I turn back again, Harriet's trying to avoid being in my film. I think she's failing. And above above Harriet's head, she has moved. There are some nice hatchments. And another representation of the royal arms, the arms of Queen. No, not quite Queen Anne. The arms of William and Mary, of William III. You can see there with the shield of orange in the centre of the royal arms of England and Scotland. So yes, so this is St Nicholas's Chapel at Freefolk. Freefolk sounds like a place invented by Tolkien. A place name invented by Tolkien, doesn't it, really? But we have here a really very, very delightful little manorial chapel. Quite a survivor. There is another parish church in Laverstock, which is just the other side of the River Test. So there you go. St Nicholas's at Freefolk in Hampshire. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Now I want to tell you very briefly about another new initiative I've got on the go at the moment. I've just launched my own magazine. It's called The Antiquary. The content reflects what you get on this YouTube channel. It's antiquarian miscellany, really, which is beautifully and copiously illustrated